fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you may say that each one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka's our home. And how do we keep our balance? Well, that I can tell you with one word. Tradition! Because of our traditions, we've kept our balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear our clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and wear a little prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did these traditions start? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. Because of our traditions, each man knows who he is and what God expects him to do. King at night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and have the right as master of the house to have the final word at home. The Papa! For instance, Yenta, the matchmaker.
Abram, I have the perfect match for your son, a wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Rahel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Rahel, she's blind. She can hardly see.
Tell the truth, man. Is your son so much to look at? The way she sees, the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And the Flum, the baker.
Alms for the poor, alms for the poor. Here is one kopeck. 1 kopeck. Last week you gave me 2 kopecks. So if you had to bend me, why should I suffer?
His Honor the priest, His Honor the constable, His Honor many others. We don't bother them, and so far, they don't bother us. And among ourselves, we get along perfectly well. Well, there was the one time where he sold him a horse, he delivered a mule, but that's all settled now. Now we live in simple peace and harmony and...
It was a horse. It was a mule. It was a horse.
Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
She's in the barn, milking.
When will Papa be home?
It's almost Sabbath and he worries a lot about when he'll be home, riding on top of his wagon all day long, like a prince.
Mama, you know Papa works hard.
His horse works harder, and you don't have to defend your Papa to me. I've known him longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. He should only live and be well. Tzeitel, get me more potatoes. Chava, did you finish the milking? You were reading again. Why does a girl have to read? Will it get her a better husband? Here.
Maybe she's finally found a good match for you, Tzeitel.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Why does she have to come now? It's almost a Sabbath.
Finish in the barn. I want to talk to Yenta alone.
Can I go outside and play?
You have feet. Go.
Can I go too?
Go too.
But Mama, the men she finds. The last one was so old and he was bald. He had no hair.
A poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey.
After all, I'm not yet 20.
Shut up! Do you have to boast about your age? Do you want to tempt the evil eye? Inside.
Golde, I just had to see you because I have such news for you. And not just every day in the week news, once in a lifetime news. Where are your daughters? Outside? No? Ah, good. Such diamonds, such jewels. And you see, Golde, I will find husbands for every single one of them. Though you can't be so picky. You see, even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband. God forbid. And who to know better than me? Ever since my husband died, I've been a poor widow, alone, nobody to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I can do at night is think of him, and even thinking of him gives me little pleasure because you know as well as anyone else, he wasn't much of a person. Never made a living, everything he touched turned to mud. But better than no husband.
Good evening, is Tzeitel in the house?
Yes, but she's busy. You can come back later.
I'd like to speak to her.
Later.
Model, I thought I heard you.
You finish what you were doing. I said later.
All right.
What does that poor little tailor want with your Tzeitel?
They've been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
They play? What do they play?
Who knows? They're just children.
From such children come other children.
Models are nothing. Yenta, you said...
Children, children, they are your blessing in your old age. But my Aaron could never give me sweet children. Believe me, he was as good as gold, never raised his voice at me. But other than that, he wasn't much of a man. So what does it matter if he never raised his voice at me? But what's the use in complaining? Other women love complaining, but not Yenta. Not every woman in the world can be a Yenta. Well, I must go prepare my poor Sabbath table. It was a pleasure talking our hearts out to each other, Golde.
Yenta, you said you had news for me?
Oh, I'm losing my head. One day it will fall off altogether and the horse will kick it into the mud. Goodbye, Yenta. Of course, the news. It's about the butcher, Lazar Wolf. A good man, a fine man. Wealthy, too. But you see, he's lonely. That poor man. You understand? Of course you understand. To make it short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Tzeitel.
Mine? Tzeitel?
No, the Tsar's Tzeitel. Of course, your Tzeitel!
Such a match for my Tzeitel. But Tevye wants to learn a man. He doesn't like Lazar.
Golde, listen to me. Send Tevye to him, but don't tell him what it's about. Let Lazar discuss it himself. He's a good man, a fine man. Wealthy, too. So, you'll tell me how it goes. And there is no need to thank me, because besides for my fee, which of course Lazar will pay, it brings me great satisfaction to make people happy. And what better satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golde. Oh, and you're welcome.
What did you want, Mama?
What I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish washing the floor.
I wonder if Yenta found a husband for you.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not unless it's model, the tailor.
I didn't ask you.
Tzeitel, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me.
And then after her, one for me.
So if Yenta brings...
Oh, Yenta!
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves.
Try being someone wonderful,
Someone interesting,
well off.
and important.
Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, look through your bag and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, I'll bring the mail. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see.
Dear God, did you have to make my horse lose a shoe right before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevye, a lesson with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What have you against my horse? Sometimes I think when things are too quiet up there, you think to yourself, let's see, what kind of mischief can we play on my good friend Tevye?
Breadwinner, you're finally here.
I'll speak with you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith's for the Sabbath.
Well, hurry up. The sun won't wait for you. I have something to say to you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, give us the cure. We already have the sickness. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You've made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man. All day long, night, baby, baby, bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty, bitty rich, idle man, I build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with 3 wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer going down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And with each would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were all day long, night, biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work. If I were a big, rich, night man, I'd see my wife, my girl, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Aye, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town will come to fall on me. They will ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the Wise. If you please, Ridgevue, pardon me, Ridgevue, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes, yada-dee, 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 and it won't make one bit of difference if I was right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I'd like to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. I could discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, like a wealthy man. I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decree I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? I know, Reb Motka. I had a little accident with my horse.
Tevye, you forgot the rabbi's order.
I know, Reb Mendel.
Tevye, you're going to work for Sabbath.
This is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Speaking of news, Trevor moves against the world's parent.
What is it? What does it say?
The negotiable shop bill was used effective for sleeper house.
For what reason?
Like you say, things are land based like
May the Lazar have his own personal plan. Amen. Why don't you ever bring good news?
elevated. You needed the authorities.
May the authorities strike their shade in places they cannot reach. Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? All you do is stand around and talk and chat and curse and do nothing at all. You'll all chatter your way into the graves.
Excuse me, you're not from this village.
No.
Then where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student at the university there.
Aha, the university. Is that where you learn to criticize yours?
That's where I learned there's more to life than talk. You all ought to know what's happening in the outside world.
Why don't you hear about the outside world? Let them be their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it'll land in your face.
That's nonsense. You can't just ignore what's happening out there.
But he's right.
He's right, he's right.
You know? You're also right.
Right, you still wet on the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Trevor.
Good Sabbath. Tevye, my cheese?
Of course. So you're from Kiev, Reb?
Perchik.
Perchik. So you're a newcomer here. As King David once said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that.
Forgive me. As Abraham once said, I'm slow of speech and slow of tongue.
Moses also said that.
For a man with a slow tongue, he sure talked a lot.
My cheese.
Here. Here, have some.
I have no money, and I'm no beggar.
Please. It's a blessing for me to give.
Very well. For yours.
Thank you. You know, it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it's the rich or the criminals. Someday their wealth will be ours.
That'd be nice. If they'd agree, I'd agree.
And who will make these miracles come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you.
Like me.
And until your golden day comes, Reb Perchik, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Girls should learn too.
Alright.
Girls are people. I'd be willing to open their minds up to great thoughts.
What great thoughts.
The Bible has many lessons of our time.
I'm a poor man. Food for lessons? Good! Stay the Sabbath with us. We don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, if a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where in the good book does it say that?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that, but somewhere there's something about a chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath?
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath, children.
Good Sabbath, Papa.
Children, this is Perchik. Perchik eldest daughter?
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a very pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. And most important, this is not mine. When Perchik meet Model Tanzoy, he is.
So you did me a favor and came in.
And this is mine. Golde, this is Perchik. He's staying the Sabbath with us. He is our teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I am a good teacher. A really good teacher.
I heard once that the rabbi who must preach himself has a congregation of 1.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
She gets the wit from me. As the good book says,
The good book can wait, get washed.
she gets the tongue from her mother.
Model, you're also eating with us? Of course, another blessing. Hodel, Srinse, Bialka, get washed. Tzeitel, go get the table. Chava, you go too.
Model can help us.
Of course. You can get washed outside by the well. Tevye, I have something to say to you.
Why would today be any different?
Tevye, I have to tell you.
I'm praying.
It's Lazar. He wants to see you.
The butcher? For what?
I don't know. He says that it is important.
What can be so important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him, talk to him.
But what? If he wants my new milking cow, he can't forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message. The least you can do is talk to him.
About what? He wants my new milking cow.
Talk to him.
All right. After the Sabbath, I'll talk to him. Every day, it's a new thing.
How can you read too many books? Model, Yente was here.
I saw her.
If they agree on someone, there will be a match, and then it will be too late for us.
Don't worry, Tzeitel. I found someone who will sell me his new sewing machine. In a few weeks, I'll have saved enough to buy it, and then your father will be impressed with me.
But Model, a few weeks may be too late.
But what else can we do?
You could ask my father for my hand tonight. Now.
Why should he consider me now? I'm just a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
Tzeitel, if your father says no, that's it. It's final. He'll yell at me.
Model.
I'm just a poor tailor.
Model, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
That's true.
Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
All right. I'll talk to him.
Late! Where is everybody? Late!
Reb Tevye.
Come on, children, come. We're lighting the candles.
Reb Tevye.
What? Well, Model, what is?
Good Sabbath, Reb Tevye.
Good Sabbath. Come on, children.
some of your best brandy in 2 glasses, please.
Of course. What is the occasion?
Oh, well, there may be a party, maybe even a wedding.
A wedding. How wonderful. And I'd be happy to be there. It's such fun. Or a little bit.
Of course. What wedding is complete without you and your fee? Good evening, Trevor. Vodka. Come. Sit here. A drink.
Good evening.
You're here early.
He wants to buy my new milking cow.
Go on ahead.
Good evening, Reb Lazar.
Ah, Tevye, it's good to see you. Have a seat. Take a drink.
I won't insult by saying no.
How goes it with you, Tevye?
How should it go?
You're right.
And you?
The same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So, how's your brother-in-law in America?
I believe he's doing well.
No, he wrote you.
Not lately.
And how do you know?
Because if he was doing badly, he'd write. May I?
Of course. Tevye, I assume you know why I brought you here tonight.
I do. But there's no use talking about it.
Why not?
Oh, yes. Why should I get rid of her?
Well, without her, you should have a few more.
Oh, I see. Today you want one, tomorrow you may want 2.
2? What would I do with 2?
Mistake you do with 1.
Rep Tevye, this is very important to me.
And why is it so important to you?
Because, frankly, I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know.
You're talking about wanting to buy my new milking cow.
A milking cow, so I won't be lonesome.
What's so funny?
Tevye, I was talking about your daughter, Tzeitel.
My daughter's right.
Yes, of course your daughter, Tzeitel. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made quite the impression on me, and I like her. Listen, Tevye, you know me. I have a house, a shop, a servant. Why do we have to try and impress each other? Just shake on it and call it a match. You won't have to buy a dowry, and you may even find something in your own purse.
Shame on you! Shame! What do you mean, my own purse? My Tzeitel is not the thing I'd sell for money.
All right, as you say it, we will not say a thing of money. The most important thing is that we get this done. I like her, Tevye. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked her. Why should I? He's a fine man to talk to if you like kidneys or livers. But marrying a butcher, my daughter will never know hunger. On the other hand, not everyone has to be a scholar. If you're rich enough, no one will call you stupid. But he has a problem. He's much older than her. That's her problem. But she has a problem. She's much younger. That's his problem. I only ever thought of him as a butcher. I was wrong. He likes her. Wants to make her happy. What do I think? It's a match!
You agree?
I agree.
Well, Tevye, thank you. Let's drink on it.
Why not? To you?
No, my friend, to you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. And most important, to life, to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, to life. Here's to the Father I'm trying to be.
Here's to I'm right to be.
Drink l'chaim, to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, to life. Life has a way of confusing us.
Testing and bruising us.
Drink l'chaim, to life. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie hanging on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim. I told my daughter,
wife. It gives you something to think about.
Something to drink about. Drink
Red vodka! Drinks for everybody! I'm to marry Tevye's eldest, Tzeitel!
To Tevye.
My wife. We won't be related. You will be my papa.
Your papa? You know, I always wanted a son. Oh, I'm a little younger than myself.
Good evening. What's the celebration? Ah, may I offer my congratulations, Tevye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tevye, I have a piece of news I think I should share with you, as a friend.
What is it?
And I'm telling you this because I think you're a decent, honest person, even though you are a Jewish god.
Thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And your news?
We have received word that we need to perform a little unofficial demonstration here in Anatevka.
Oh, from here?
No, just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Just a little mischief, so that if an inspector walks through, he will see that we are doing our duty. Now, personally, I don't see why there has to be this tension between people. I just thought I should tell you, and you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. I may say so, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
That's what I like about you, Tevye. Always joking. And, congratulations again for your daughter.
Thank you. Good night. Dear God, did you have to deliver me news like that tonight? Of all nights? I know we're the chosen people. But for once, can you choose someone else? Anyways, thanks for sending Tzeitel a husband. L'chaim.
Now, children, I will tell you the story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it afterwards, all right? Good. Now, Laban had 2 daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel. Jacob fell in love with the much younger Rachel, and he asked Laban for her hand in marriage. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man?
He was an employer. Now, Jacob worked the 7 years, and do you know what Laban did? Laban fooled him. He gave him his ugly daughter, Leah. And if Jacob wanted to marry Rachel, he had to work for Laban another 7 years. So, children, the Bible clearly teaches us to never trust an employer. Do you understand? Good. Now, I will tell you the story from the
Papa
Bible.
isn't up yet.
No, Baba.
Then enough lessons. We have to do Papa's work today. How long can he sleep? He staggers home and falls into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a single word out of him. Put that away. Clean the barn.
That was a very interesting lesson, Perchik.
You think so?
Although I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
Neither would I suppose the rabbi's son.
My little sisters have big tongues.
What do you know about him, other than he is the rabbi's son? Would you feel the same way about him if he were, say, the shoemaker's son or the tinsmith's son?
Well, at least I know this. He does not have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Certainly, any new idea would be strange to you. But remember, the Lord once said, "Let there be light."
Yes, but he was not.
You have spirit, perhaps even a little bit of intelligence.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, it is a rusted tool. Good day, Owl.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl. But of course, that is too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our traditions. Everything is perfect the way it is. The world must never change.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing all over but here. Here, men study women in the kitchen. Boys and girls should not touch, should not even look at each other.
I'm looking at you.
You are very brave. Did you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate with one another? They hold hands, they learn new dances. New dances like this one. I learned it in Kiev. Do you like it?
It's very nice.
There. We just changed an old custom.
You're welcome. I mean, thank you. Good day.
Good day.
Bilga! Spencer! Who are you?
Hodel, Papa.
Where's Tzeitel?
She's in the barn.
Call out to her. Ah, Perchik. How did today's lessons go?
I think we made a good beginning.
Ah, so he's finally up. What happened last night besides you drinking like a peasant? Did you see Lazar Wolf? What did he say? What did you say? Do you have any news?
Patience, woman. As the good book says, good news will stay, bad news will refuse to leave. There's another saying that goes.
You can die from such a man.
Ah, Tzeitel, my lamb. You are to be congratulated. You're getting married.
Married?
What do you mean, Papa?
Lazar Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it.
The butcher?
My heart told me it was our lucky day. Dear God, I thank thee. I thank thee.
What do you say?
What can't you say? My firstborn, a bride. May you grow old with him in honor and wealth. Not like Fruma-Sarah, that first wife of his. She was a bitter woman. May she rest in peace. Not like my Tzeitel. My Tzeitel, a bride. Now I must leave Pienta.
Mazel tov, Tzeitel.
You call that a mazel tov? And you! Aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Tzeitel, for getting a rich man.
Again with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
No reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
May the Lord smite me with it and may I never recover. My daughter's idol means I know the best of her interests. Isn't that right, Tzeitel?
Yes, Papa.
You see?
I see. I see very well.
Well. Tzeitel, what's wrong? Aren't you happy?
Oh, Papa. Papa!
What is it? Tell me.
Papa, I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself as a servant. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks. Don't make me marry him, Papa, please.
What's wrong with Lazar? He likes you.
I'll be unhappy with him. All my life I will be unhappy. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks.
But we had an agreement. With us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Don't force me. I'll be unhappy all my days.
All right, I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
It seems it was not ordained that you should have all the comforts in life, or that we should have a little joy in our old age after all our hard work.
Rep Tevye, may I speak to you?
Later, model, later.
I would like to speak to you.
Not now, model. I have problems.
That's what I want to speak to you about. I think I can help.
Like a bandage can help a corpse. Goodbye, model. Goodbye.
At least listen to him, Papa.
All right. You have a tongue, talk.
Besides, your daughter Tzeitel and I gave each other a pledge less than a year ago that we would marry.
You gave each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa. We gave each other a pledge.
They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of. Absurd. You gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. Where do you think you are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do they think they are? America? And what do you think you're doing? You stitcher! You nothing! And who do you think you are? King Solomon? This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I cannot, I shall not allow. Tradition. Marriages must be arranged by the papa. Something should never be changed. One of these times I call it a prop, and where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Do I have a say about my daughter, or doesn't anyone have to ask the father anymore?
Tevye, I've wanted to tell you for some time now, but I was waiting to save it for my own sewing machine.
Quit talking nonsense. You're just a poor tailor.
That's true, Tevye. But even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. I promise, your daughter won't starve.
He's beginning to talk like a man. On the other hand, what kind of match would that be with a poor tailor? On the other hand, he's a very hard worker. On the other hand, he has absolutely nothing. On the other hand, he has nothing to lose. Things can only get better for him. They gave each other a pledge, unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge, unthinkable. Look at my daughter's face. She loves him, she wants him. And look at my daughter's eyes, so hopeful. Tradition! All right, when shall we make the wedding?
Oh, thank you, Papa.
What else could I do?
I promise, Tevye, you won't be sorry.
Sorry? I already am. Look, what am I going to say to Golde? What am I going to do about Golde?
Mama, you were wonderful.
It was a miracle. It was a miracle. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles. God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and a miracle of miracles walked him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles. I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down when Moses softened Pharaoh's heart. That was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the out of worthless lump of clay. God has made a man today. Wonder of wonders and miracle of miracles. God took a tailor by the hand, turned him around, and a miracle of miracles led him to the promised land. David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God in his manic wilderness. That was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one that I thought would never be. God has given you to
Lazar, Model, Tzeitel. Help! 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 Where is she? Where is she?
Who are you talking about?
Fruma-Sarah, Lazar's first wife. She was standing here a minute ago.
What are you talking about? Tevye, Fruma-Sarah has been dead for years now. You must have been dreaming. Tell me what you dreamt and I'll tell you what it meant.
All right. Only don't be frightened.
Tell me.
It was terrible.
Tell me.
All right. This was my dream. In the beginning, I dreamt we were having a celebration of some kind. Everybody we knew was there. Musicians, too. And in the middle of this dream, it was your grandmother's idol. May she rest in peace.
Grandmother's idol? How did she look?
For a woman who was dead for 30 years. Very good. Naturally, I went up and knocked for her. She said this to me.
A blessing on your head.
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
To see a daughter wed.
mazel tov, mazel tov.
And such a son-in-law like no one ever saw. The tailor Motel come soil. Motel? Oh, what a boy is he?
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
A pious family.
mazel tov, mazel tov.
They named him after my dear Uncle Mordecai. The tailor Motel come soil.
Taylor. She must have heard wrong. She meant the butcher.
You must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You mean the butcher, Grandma, by the name of Lazar Wolf.
I mean the tailor, Tevye, my great-grandchild. Because I took the new name for me. Mother's bride was meant to be. For such a magic ring,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
in heaven it was made.
mazel
this to your friend and neighbor Fruma-Sarah. Have you no consideration for a woman's feelings? Handing over my belongings to a total stranger. How can you allow it? How can you let your daughter take my place, live in my house, carry my keys, and wear my clothes? Tevye wouldn't let it happen. Tell me that it isn't true, and then I wouldn't worry. Say you didn't give your blessing to your daughter's marriage. Let me tell you what would follow such a fatal wedding. If Tzeitel marries Lazar, I pity them both. She'll live with him 3 weeks, and when 3
What's on this assignment? No, Lazar, look, the butcher. No, Hodel Taylor. Hodel Taylor? That's terrible. Mazel tov, Mazel tov.
What's wrong with my boy Model? Oh, excuse me, Chanel. Mazel tov.
Yes, so do you have my wedding yarmulke? I got his bride. I can get his yarmulke. Chava, can you wash this shop for me for a few minutes? I'll be right back.
Of course.
Thank you.
Mazel tov, Chava.
Please may pass.
Why, we're congratulating.
All right, stop it.
What's wrong with you?
Just stop
Listen here,
it.
Fred.
Goodbye, Sasha. I said goodbye. Sorry about that. They mean no harm.
Don't they? Is there something you want?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I often notice with the booksellers, Not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like to borrow this book? It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why? Is it because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel the same way about us the way they feel about you? I didn't think you would.
What do you know about me?
Let me tell you about myself. I'm a pleasant fellow. Charming, honest, ambitious, quite bright, and very modest.
I don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things I shouldn't. Go ahead, take the book. It's by Henry Change. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
You're quite right. Good. After you return the book, we'll talk about it for a while. Then we'll talk about life, how we feel about things, and it can all turn out quite pleasant.
Hello? Can I help you?
Thank you.
Is that your book?
No, it's mine.
Thank you, Mom.
Good day, Chava.
Good day.
Fiedka.
Good day, Fiedka.
Is there an enemy in store?
I'm giving the newlyweds 5 chickens. 1 for each of the first 5 Sabbath civil experience in the newly wedded life.
Reb Lazar, you are a decent man.
Thank you, Reb Tevye.
In the name of my daughter Tzeitel and her new husband, I accept your gifts. You know, there's a famous saying that...
I'll tell you, I'm not marrying your daughter. I do not need to listen to your sayings.
Well, if you'd wait a second, I was just going to say...
Why should I listen to you? A man who breaks an agreement.
Lazar! Not Tevye's daughters.
I have a right to speak.
What right? This isn't your wedding.
It should have been.
Don't shame Tevye's daughters' wedding, Lazar.
Why? He shamed me in front of the entire village.
What? No, I'm not.
Wait, the rabbi has something to say. I say, let's just sit down.
We all heard the wise words of the rabbi.
Now, I'd like to sing a little song that goes like...
You can keep your diseased chickens.
You leave my chickens out of this. We had an agreement.
It's time for each other. Watch out, watch out.
I had a son! My grandmother came to me from the grave!
Son, what grandmother? My grandfather came from the grave to say that her grandmother was a huge liar!
What's all this shouting about? They drank on it. An agreement? A sign? It's all nonsense. Tzeitel wanted to marry Model, not Lazar.
A girl decides for herself.
Why not? She loves him.
What shall happen to the matchmaker?
Exactly.
I know. Let's all sit down.
So what?
Now, let's dance, music.
Anyone wants to dance right now? It's ridiculous. Hey. Hey. Don't cross that line. Hey!
It's no sin to dance at a wedding. It's no sin. Ask the rabbi. Ask him.
Well,
Dancing? Well, it's not exactly forbidden.
No.
there, you see?
That's not
It's
the
not
problem.
forbidden.
Who dance?
Yes, sir.
Who will dance?
It's only a dance, Mama.
What?
This is what happens when you let a crazy man into your house.
He's not crazy. His ideas are a little wild, but he's not crazy.